So, good morning, students. So, after third topic, I am going to explain another topic. Its name is quadratic equation. Okay. So now, at first, I am going to introduce the definition of the quadratic equation. Okay. So, see here. Any equation and now I am representing equation in this way. Any equation of the form Px is equal 0, where Px is polynomial in x having degree 2 is called a quadratic equation. Is it clear? So, one by one, I will explain each term of this definition. This is the definition, exact definition of the quadratic equation. Okay. So, listen very carefully. An equation of the form Px is equal 0, where Px is a polynomial in x. Okay. Px is what? Px is a polynomial in x having degree 2. So, some statement, this term is very important. Degree 2, this term is also important for you. So, I will explain these term and Px. Okay. So, by this I am going to tell you Px means what. So, at first I will explain this Px. So, Px is what? Px means polynomial in x. Polynomial in x. I am going to write here the polynomial in x. That means, suppose I am going to give you just an example. 2x square plus 5. This is called a polynomial in x. Is it clear? Now next term is polynomial. What is polynomial? An expression. Listen, if you want to write, you can write on your copy. Polynomial is what? An expression having constants, variables, and your expression should be, listen, I am again speaking, an expression which consists with the variables, constants, and operation of the mathematics is known as a polynomial. Means, I am going to give you example. Suppose this is called an expression. This is what? Expression. 2 is what? Constants. X is what? Variables. Is it clear? And plus is what? Plus is, it's an operation of mathematics. How many operation in mathematics? There are 4 operation in mathematics: addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication. Okay. So this is the definition of the polynomial. Next, in x having degree 2. So what is the meaning of degree 2? The highest power degree. Degree means, what is the meaning of degree? I am writing here degree. The highest power, the highest power of x, the highest power of x in polynomial, the highest power of x, the highest power of x in polynomial is called degree of the polynomial. Is it clear? So now this is the full explanation of the quadratic equation, an equation of the form px. Okay, px is what? Px is a polynomial in x, where px is polynomial in x having degree 2. Okay, so this is the example. It's a px is equal to suppose 0. So this is an equation, means 2x square plus 5. I am give you an example. 2x square plus 5 is equal 0. It's a quadratic equation. Why it is a quadratic equation? Because the degree of this variable, means degree of the variable, the highest power of the x in polynomial, highest power of the x is here what? 2. And according to your definition, the px is polynomial in x having degree 2. Okay, the degree is here, the highest power of the variable gives you the degree. So here is the highest power of the degree is what? 2. So it is, because of this, it's a quadratic equation. Okay, if you want to write, you can write. So now students, ready for the standard quadratic equation. What is the form of the standard quadratic equation? Now write down here heading standard form of quadratic equation. Okay, now I am going to explain the standard form of quadratic equation. See here, so an equation is of the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal 0. See here, it is a polynomial in x, and what is the degree of this polynomial? It's a 2. Okay, so this is the quadratic polynomial, and if we will apply here the equality, okay, so this will give you the quadratic equation. It's not an inequation, it is an equation. Okay, so standard form of the quadratic equation is of the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal 0, where a never will be equal 0, because if a will be 0, is it clear? If a will be 0, that means this whole term is what? This whole term is 0. So we will get a only bx plus c, and bx plus c, see here, if this term is 0, ax square, because if a will, you suppose here it is given that a does not equal 0, that time it is a quadratic equation. But if a is equal 0, so we will get what? Bx plus c equal 0, and bx plus c is what? It's a not a, it's called a linear equation, or you can say this is a linear polynomial. Is it clear? So, and here, so a does not equal 0 here, and a comma b comma c belongs to R for real number. There a, b, c are the real numbers. An equation of the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to, where a, b, c is also known as quadratic equation. Okay, and listen here, what is the degree of this equation? The degree of this polynomial is 2. So listen, whatever the degree, the highest power of the variable is 2, so this will give you 2 roots. Okay, every quadratic equation has 2 roots, and every, now I want to tell you something more. Listen. A polynomial having degree 1 is called a linear polynomial. A polynomial having degree 2 is called a quadratic polynomial. Polynomial having degree 3 is called a cubic polynomial. Okay. Listen. Polynomial, I am telling about the polynomial. Suppose here is, it's a ax plus b equals 0. This is a linear polynomial. Okay, but it is a linear equation. If I am asking about the equation, so it is a linear equation. And if I am telling here ax square plus bx plus c equals 0, so this is highest power of the variable is what? 2. So degree of the variable is 2. So this LHS part is called a quadratic polynomial. But if you are asking about the whole equation, whole equation, so this is called a quadratic equation. And suppose it's a ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d equals 0. So this will give you, it's a cubic polynomial. And this whole equation, if you involve equal 0, that means it is a cubic equation. And if ax to the power 4 plus bx cube plus cx square plus dx plus e equal 0. So this will give you what? This polynomial is called a biquadratic polynomial, and the whole equation is known as a biquadratic equation. Okay, so if you want to write, you can write. And this is what? It's a quadratic. Actually, we have to study only this part. Okay, we have to study only this part, ax square plus bx plus c equal 0. Okay, and it's a quadratic equation, and every quadratic equation having how many roots? 2 roots. Okay, now after that I am going to tell you the examples. So now, students, after the concept, I am going to start your exercise. It's exercise 5A. Okay. So first question is exercise 5A. First question is solve. We have to solve what? X. Suppose it's a x square minus 3x and minus 10 equal 0. Okay, we have to solve this. It's a quadratic equation. Okay, why it is a quadratic equation? Because the degree of the highest power of x is 2. So this is the highest power of the variable is 2. Okay, so because of this, it's a quadratic equation. And now I have to solve it. How will you solve it? See here. Can you tell me how will you solve it? See here. One by one, you have to understand everything. Actually, it is important part. Okay. So, what is the variable? What is the variable here? X, and what is the constant? Suppose here is 1. Okay. You will multiply 1 by the last constant. First, you will multiply every time you will multiply the first constant with the last constant. Okay, so this is 1 into 10. This will give you what? 10. Okay, this will give you what? 10. And now you have to what you have to do? You have to take the LCM of 10. So 2 5 ja 10, and it's a 5 1 ja 5. Now you will write same as. So it's a 1 into x square, means x square minus 10 is equal 0, and here is x. You will write only the variable same. Now your work is what? Listen very carefully. Your work is that you have to make here 3 by the help of 2 and 5. By these 2 and 5 you will create 3. So you can add here, you can subtract here. So by 2 and 5, how will you make 3? By 5 minus 2. 5 minus 2. This will give you 3. Okay, so your target is what? Your every time your target is that you have to make it's a mid constant. You have to make the mid constant by the help of the factors. Factors are 2 and 5. So how will you make? So 5 minus 2 is 3. Okay, now see, so this will give you x square minus multiply x, it's a 5x minus 2 into x, this is 2x, and minus 10 is equal 0. Now I am going to open the bracket. This is most important term here. X going to happen x square minus, it's minus multiply by 5x, it's a positive 5x, so it's a minus 5x, and minus multiply by minus, this is will give you plus 2x, and minus 10 is equal 0. Now take these terms. So what is common here? X is common here. So what we have, x minus 5. And now what is here common? It's a 2 is common here. We get a x minus 5 is equal 0. Is it clear? So now tell me what is common in the LHS part. It's x minus 5 is common. Okay, x minus 5 is common. So what we will get, a x plus 2 is equal 0. Any issue? So it's a quadratic equation, and the roots of the quadratic equation will be how many? 2. Okay, so see here, it's x minus 5 and x plus 2. What is the mathematical sign here? What is the mathematical sign? Into. That means x minus 5 equals 0 here. So you can write here x minus 5. These are the factors of x square minus 3x of minus 10. It is the factors. Okay, so here you can write x minus 5 equals 0, or listen, suppose you have a 2 digit, 2 into x equals 0. That means x should be 0. So here if x equals 0, then you will get a 2 into 0 is equal 0. Okay, similarly if x minus 5 equals 0, or here are x plus 2, both can be 0. Because of this the answer will be 0. RHS is 0. RHS when will be 0? Listen, if this portion is 0, so RHS is 0. Otherwise x plus 2 is 0. That means then the RHS is also 0. So x minus 5 equal 0 or x plus 2 equal 0. So you will get x equal 5 or x equal minus 2. So how many roots are here? Here are 2 roots, x minus 2 and x is equal minus 2 and x equal minus 5. These are the roots of the equation. Okay, if anyone asks to you how many roots of this equation? 2. And what are the roots? It's of 2, minus 2 and 5. Okay, yes, it's a question number 5 over. Now ready for the another question. And today I will give you the homework of whole exercise 5A. You have to complete exercise 5A. Okay, so next question I am going to take the 9x. It's a question number 15. Nine x plus 1 upon x is equal 6. Okay, so now listen, it's a 9x plus 1 upon x is equal 6. That means we have to take here what? We can take here the LCM. Okay, so LCM is x. So x is divided by 1. You will get a x. Okay, and x will be multiplied by 9x. So it will give you 9x into x plus, and x divided by x, this will 1, and 1 multiplied by 1. So it is 1 into 1 is equal 6 upon 1. So 9x into x, this is 9x square plus 1 upon x is equal 6 upon 1. So using cross multiplication, use cross multiplication, 9x square plus 1 multiplied by 1. So this is already 1. 9x square plus 1, and 6 multiplied by x, this is 6x. So we have to transpose 6x here. So it's a 9x square minus 6x plus 1 equals 0. We are transposing here 6x. Okay, so now what is our quadratic equation? 9x square minus 6x plus 1 equal 0. So we have to find out here what? We have to find out here the roots of this equation. Okay, so see again, actually there is an issue of the ink has been over. Okay, so 9x square. So see here, what is the first constant? It's a 9, and last constant 1. So we will multiply 9 with 1. 9 into 1. So this will give you 9. And now after that we will factorize 9. We will take the LCM of 9. It's a 3 3 are 9 and 3 1 are 3. So see here, this will be same as 9x square and minus, we will not put here directly 6. We will put what? How will you make 6? 3 plus 3, not 3 minus 3. 3 minus 3, 0. So this is what? 3 plus 3 into x plus 1 is equal, and everything will be same as. So this will give you 9x square minus, bracket, multiply by x. 3 plus 3 multiply by x. This is what? 3x plus 3x and plus 1 equal 0. Okay, so now open the bracket. It's a 9x square minus 3x minus 3x plus 1 equal 0. Okay, so after that 9x square, what we have? We have a 9x square minus 3x and plus 1 equal 0. So what is common here? 3x is common here. So 3 is 9, it's a 3x and minus 1. And what is common here? We have to take the common. So it is 3x minus 1 is equal 0. Every time you see here, these terms are every time common. Same. Okay. So what we will get? A 3x minus 1 and again 3x minus 1 equal 0. So that means 3x minus 1 equal 0. So here 3x minus 1 equal 0 or 3x minus 1 equal 0. So x is what? 1 upon 3, and here is also x is equal 1 upon 3. These are the roots of this equation. Okay, please write down.